We're multiplying mixed numbers using word problems. Our first word problem is Kyle's pickup truck travels on an interstate highway at 65 miles per hour for 3.5 hours. How far does he travel? Okay, what type of word problem do you think we have here? If we could picture this, you're going 65 miles per hour for 1 hour, another 65 miles per hour for another hour. You're getting to 3 hours, you're still traveling at 65 miles per hour. I see repeated addition. All right, what's the shortcut for repeated addition? Multiplication. We're repeating 65 miles per hour for 3.5 hours. We are multiplying mixed numbers times a whole number. You can write your whole number as a fraction, and your mixed number needs to be made improper. Pause the video at any time so you can work the problem. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So 3.5 made improper is 7 halves. And then I wrote 65 as a fraction. That would be 65 over 1. When you multiply fractions, you multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 65 times 7, 7 times 5 is 35, carry your 3, and then 7 times 6 is 42, plus 3 would be 45. So in our numerator we have 455, and 1 times 2 is 2 in the denominator. And then you need to make your answer back into a mixed number, and that helps you to see if the answer makes sense. So we divide 2 into 455. Okay, 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract and bring down the next number. 2 goes into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract and bring down the next number. 2 goes into 15 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14, and you have 1 left over. So how do you write this as a mixed number? That would be 227.5 miles. That Kyle's pickup traveled for 3.5 hours. He went 227.5 miles. Does that make sense to you? So it's going to be a big number. He's traveled for 3.5 hours. All right, our next word problem. A rug measures 9 1/4 feet by 12 feet. What is the area of the rug? What type of word problem do we have here? Well, it's asking for the area. If you know the formula for geometry, area is length times width, so we are multiplying. Order of multiplication does not matter if you're not sure which is the length, which is the width. So I wrote 9 1/4 times 12. Again, we have a mixed number. We're multiplying times a whole number. Mixed numbers need to be made improper. So 4 times 9 is 36, plus 1 is 37. Keep your denominator 34. I'm sorry, 4. So our improper fraction is 37 over 4. And then I wrote 12 as a fraction, 12 over 1. Now in this problem we can cross simplify before we multiply our numerators and denominators. If you notice, 4 goes into 12. We can simplify one numerator, one denominator. So if we divide both of these numbers by 4, 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. Then we can multiply our numerators. 37 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Carry your 2. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. And then we have all 1's in the denominator. 1 times 1 is 1. So we have 111 over 1. Anything divided by 1 is itself, so this does need to be simplified completely. You do not need to write the number 1 in the denominator. So the area of the rug is 111 feet squared. Okay, pause. Think about your word problems. We're multiplying. Area is multiplication. When you have repeated addition, that is multiplication. And practice your homework.